back to Dose of Dyosa. Ako po si Dyosa and I am a self-proclaimed mermaid, wanderluster, solo traveler, lover of life, and pursuer of dreams. And as you can see, I am wearing a rainbow unicorn t-shirt. This is dedicated to all the little ponies of Meme Vice Ganda out there because for today's dose, we are putting on a full face of Vice Cosmetics. And you know it's the holiday season and we are just a few days away from Christmas. And what better way to celebrate that than putting on some fun, festive, holiday makeup glam? Yung mga tipo ng makeup na susuotin ni Vice Ganda habang nagko-concert. And honestly, I have never tried most of the Vice Cosmetics makeup products. I think I only used one, which is their Aura Contour. Pero so far, I have watched and read a lot of great makeup reviews online. That's why I'm very excited to try them all out for you today. So most of the things that you'll see and hear from this video are also about my first impressions on Vice Cosmetics. But before we dive right in, please make sure you click that subscribe button here in my Dose of Dyosa YouTube channel, like and share my videos. Kaya naman wag nang magpatumpik-tumpik pa if you guys wanna see me turn this into this. So just keep on watching. Hatsabe! With our full face of Vice Cosmetics, and I usually start my makeup routine with a good skin prep, and this time I will be using my all-time favorite Luxe Organix Aloe Vera and Snail Soothing Gel. If you guys watch my previous makeup videos, alam nyo that this is usually my go-to skin prep product, and it's really my secret to bright, radiant, and youthful skin. So let's just go ahead and put some on our fingers and spread it all over our face and our neck area. Kita nyo naman guys, malapit na siyang maubos. Pero in fairness, tumagal to sa akin ng more than 2 months. So let's just go ahead and put it all over our face. Now first, we are going to prime our skin, and I believe Vice Cosmetics doesn't have any primer in their makeup line, but they did come up with this Vice Cosmetics Boom Mist Matte Prep and Setting Spray from their recently launched Keriboom collection. Now this retails at 295 pesos, and we will be using this as our primer for today's makeup look. Now, it does claim to have oil control, skin nourishing, and non-sticky properties, which is great for me because I have really oily skin, and I'm just very excited to try this for you guys. Sabi is shake well, and then spray it all over your face. Bango. And first impressions, it has a very fruity and citrusy scent, and hindi masyadong overwhelming yung fragrance niya, which is actually good because it smells really fresh. And so far, if you ask me, talaga namang Keri ang Vice Cosmetics Boom Mist Setting Spray from their Keriboom collection, and looks like our makeup for today is off to a good start. Now first off, we will start building our base, and I will be using my favorite liquid foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear in the shade Sand. Now, unfortunately, wala pang liquid foundation ang Vice Cosmetics in their makeup line, and since we will be trying out the Vice Cosmetics liquid concealer later on, I want to make sure that we have a good liquid foundation as our base para hindi mag-cake ang ating makeup. I will also be using a damp Vice Cosmetics blending sponge. Now, this retails at 295 pesos. So, medyo may kamahalan siya, but it's a microfiber sponge. It's made out of velvet-like material, which means it will absorb less product and mas makakatipid kayo with all of your cream, liquid, foundation, and concealer. Alright mga Gandolls, up next we are going to apply our concealer, and I will be using the Vice Cosmetics Flawlezza Liquid Concealer in the shade ni Vice. And the great thing about the Vice Cosmetics foundation and concealers is that they offer a very inclusive shade range. So whether you're a mestiza or a morena, you have a total of 8 shades to choose from. And I think that's very great, especially for a local makeup brand. So we're just going to apply the Flawlezza concealer underneath the eye area, down the bridge of my nose, or lip area. And then once again, I will be using the Vice Cosmetics blending sponge to blend everything together. Now, so far, I like the thickness of the liquid concealer. This is actually my preference because it really covers the under eye area. It also brightens and lifts under the eye. And we are done applying the Vice Cosmetics Flawlezza liquid concealers. Now, so far, I really like the consistency. It's very thick, and as far as blendability and also coverage, maganda rin siyang concealer. So I really like this so far. And then we are just going to set our liquid foundation and concealer with setting powder. And I will be using one of my favorite setting powders, the Nichido Final Setting Powder in the shade Ivory Glow. Also, since we're doing a full face of Vice Cosmetics, I also bought a Vice Cosmetics handy mirror. Now, this retails at 200 pesos, and as you can see, you know, it's very Vice Ganda. It has the Vice Cosmetics logo and also the signature stars of Vice Ganda imprinted on it. Now, I actually thought that it was bigger than the picture when I bought it, pero I didn't realize it was very compact. But it's also a good thing because you can bring this when you're on the go or when you travel. It will easily fit your makeup bag. Now, as we're waiting for our face to set, we will start working on our eyebrows, and I will be using the Vice Cosmetics Gandoll Micro Brow in the shade Soft Brown. And now this retails for 195 pesos. And nabili ko to, buy one take one siya from SM Department Store. And it comes with a spoolie, and also for 195 pesos, you get this amount of product from the micro brow. So medyo madami siya. And I really love eyebrow products that comes with a spoolie because that's usually the first thing that I use to groom my eyebrows before outlining it. So we just finished cleaning up the edges of my eyebrows, and as for the Vice Cosmetics Gandoll Micro Brow, I feel like it's too fine and too precise for my liking. No offense, Meme Vice. Usually I like my eyebrow products to be more defined and more pigmented. So this is an okay product for me. But one thing I really like about Vice Cosmetics is that they have a volumizing brow gel, and I'm such a huge fan of eyebrow mascara because I really like it when my eyebrow hairs stay in place throughout the day. Now this retails for 195 pesos, and I'm in the shade Soft Brown. It also comes with a nice spoolie applicator, which is just the right size for you to get in there and create those bushy eyebrows, which is very on trend. Now, I have brought you guys in closer because we are finally ready to try the Vice Cosmetics Keri Eyeshadow Palette. This is from their most recent launch, which is the Keriboom collection, and this retails for 245 pesos. I also got this for buy one take one from SM Department Store. Now, this eyeshadow palette has 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades. From left to right, we have this matte brown shade called Keri Yarn. And then we also have this gold shimmer shade called Keriba. Now, we also have this beautiful and vibrant hot pink, hot red matte shade called Keri. And then followed by this pink salmon shimmer shade called Keri nga. Now, the palette also has this violet eggplant matte shade color called Keri. And last but not the least, this lilac shimmer shade called Keribelita. Now, the Keriboom collection has 2 eyeshadow palettes, pero I decided to buy this one because we're going for a holiday, festive, inspired makeup look using Vice Cosmetics. And as you can see, the colors are very, very holiday and festive. And until now, hindi ko pa rin alam ang eyeshadow look na gagawin ko, pero my eyes are gravitating towards the violet and purple shades from this palette. So that's the eyeshadow look that we're going for. Okay, let's start with our transition shade, and I'm going to use the Keri Yarn, this brown matte shade from the Keri eyeshadow palette, and we will be putting that as our transition shade on our eyelid. am loving the pigment and hindi ako nahihirapang i-blend yung matte brown shade na to on my lid. Unkabogable eyeshadow look, we are going to dip into this violet eggplant matte shade called Keri, and we are going to put it on the outer corner of our eyelid towards the inner corner. So this purple shade, this violet shade, is a little bit hard to blend. I thought it's going to be as pigmented as it is on the pan, pero I feel like if we spend time blending it more, we can definitely achieve the look that we're going for. Now, using a smaller crease brush, I'm going to dip back into that violet matte shade called Keri, and I will be further defining our crease. Now, alam niyo ba guys that I used to do stand-up comedy many years ago, and I'm sure na lahat ng mga kakilala ko from USC that are watching knows this. And in my short career as a stand-up comedian, I've had the pleasure of meeting and working with the queen of comedy bars herself, Meme Vice Ganda, back then. And it was a truly interesting and memorable encounter. Pero before that moment, you know, quick story time muna tayo on how I got into the world of stand-up comedy. I was still in college back then in UST, and I used to host a lot of events, a lot of shows in front of a large group of people, and I was usually the comedic relief. I was wearing a lot of over-the-top costumes and making people laugh. And then I realized that, you know, I really wanted to become a stand-up comedian. Talagang idol na idol ko noon yung mga sikat na stand-up comics like Ethel Buba, like Pooh, Chocolate, Anton Viva, Vice Ganda. You know, back then, meron pa mga comedy bars like Punchline, Laughline, Metro Bar, and I've always wanted to perform and make people laugh. And then I remember I was 4th year in college, and there was an opportunity for an inter-school stand-up comedian competition. You know, they're searching for the next big stand-up comedian from all schools and universities. So I decided to join that, and I ended up winning the entire competition, beating out representatives from, you know, UP, Ateneo, and it's called Comedy Royale. And then that really led to the opportunity for me to meet and work with the best of the best stand-up comedians in the country. So after winning the Comedy Royale inter-school competition, got a text message from one of the managers of Punchline, Laughline, Metro Bar. His name is Sir Budi. And then he invited me to perform. I believe it was in Punchline first. And then sabi niya, you know, try lang natin, sampa ka lang. And it was very hard for me because, keep in mind, I was studying during the day. I was a 4th year graduating student in UST, and then I'm doing this at night. Pero the experience was more than worth it. You know, just getting the chance to perform with some of your idols, you know, stand-up comedians that you used to just see on TV, and now you're sharing the same stage as them, like, you know, Anton Diva, Ethel Buba, like Pooh and Chocolate, MC and Lassie. You know, I've met a lot of them throughout that short time, and it was really memorable. And of course, I got to meet Vice Ganda, you know, the queen of all comedy bars. So, okay, before ko ituloy yung kwento, I decided that I'm going to do a halo eyeshadow makeup look using a concealer brush. And concealer, I'm just gonna put it on the center of my eyelid. So going back to the story of how I first met Meme Vice Ganda during my stand-up comedy days. So I can still remember that it was in Metro Bar that I was assigned to perform, and I was backstage. Of course, nakita ko yung pangalan ni Vice Ganda sa marquee board, and I was very excited because that was the first time that I'm meeting Vice. And the situation backstage was quite intense because the moment I got backstage, and I was really early, someone, I can't remember who, said na, huwag mong lalagay yung gamit mo dyan ha, because that's where Vice usually sits. So ako naman, syempre, I was really nervous. I got intimidated. Sabi ko, naku, baka masungit si Meme Vice in person. So I was just sitting on my own side of the dressing room backstage. And then fast forward to 12 midnight, bigla na lang ako nakarinig ng nagvo-vocalize, sa dressing room. And lo and behold, it was Vice Ganda herself. And I was so excited, and at the same time, I was very intimidated and nervous meeting Vice in person. And then the moment he saw me, he was like looking at me from head to toe, na parang, sino ba to? And then, sabi ko, hindi ko palalampasin yung moment. Kailangan makapagpa-picture ako with Vice Ganda. So, nilakasan ko yung loob ko, got up on my chair, and approached Vice while, he's sitting on his side of the dressing room and asked for a photo. And here is that photo with Meme Vice Ganda. Kita nyo naman, neneng-nene pa kami back then. Pero he was really nice. Vice Ganda was very accommodating. He posed and smiled for a picture with me. And of course, one of the perks of working with Vice Ganda in Metro Bar that night is you got to see Meme Vice perform for free and, making people laugh and do what he does best, which is do stand-up comedy. He was really kind and nice ever since. Talagang, he really takes the time to talk to you, smile, take a photo with you. So I thought Vice Ganda will be a complete diva, but what happened was the exact opposite. So it was a really memorable and such a pleasure meeting Vice Ganda. Now, we will be setting that concealer with this lilac shimmer shade called Keriboom to complete our halo eyeshadow makeup look. And then using a shader brush, you just put it all over that part of the eyelid which has a concealer. And then we're just gonna go back to that violet matte shade called Keri and clean up the edges to complete our halo eyeshadow makeup look. Now, this is the eyeshadow look I went for kasi si Meme Vice, when you look at her makeup when she's performing on stage during her concerts, medyo marami din siyang makeup look na naka-halo effect. So that is why I decided to do this eyeshadow makeup look. So as you can see, very unkabogable na ang ating eyeshadow makeup look. And we just dusted off our excess setting powder underneath the eye because we will start working on our lower lash line. And then using a smudger brush, let's dip back into that brown matte shade called Keri Yarn. We will start putting this on our lower lash line. And then afterwards, we're going to use this gold shimmer shade called Keriboom and put this in the inner corner of our eyes. Now we are almost done with our unkabogable eyeshadow makeup look, and this time we are going to line our eyes, and I will be using the Vice Cosmetics collaboration with one of my favorite YouTube makeup gurus here in the Philippines, and Clutz. And this is their gel liner in Intenz Black. We will be using this to line our eyes. What the eye makeup looks like with the eyeliner, and so far I really like this collaboration between Meme Vice Ganda and Mama Ann Clutz. Super love this gel liner in Intenz Black. As you can see, it's very easy to use and it's highly pigmented, and really the gel liner tip allows for more precision when applying your eyeliner. So this is definitely a must-have if you ask me. This gel liner retails for 195 pesos, so sobrang affordable for such a great product. And then we are going to finish off our eye makeup look with another collaboration between Meme Vice Ganda and Mama Ann Clutz. This is the Super Mega Ultra Curl Mascara, and it comes in this unique packaging. It's like a combination of Meme Vice Ganda and Mama Ann Clutz because Mama Ann loves yellow. And according dun sa sales lady, nung binibili ko to, this was one of the best sellers from the Vice Cosmetics and Ann Clutz collaboration. So we're just gonna put it on our eyelashes and coat it with this mascara. And I'm just gonna put on my false eyelashes and I will be right back. And we are back with our very chugug na eyelashes, complete with our eyeshadow makeup look. And by the way guys, this Vice Ganda and Clutz collaboration, the Super Mega Ultra Curl, this retails at 295 pesos. So in case you want to try it out. Up next, syempre, it's not a Vice Ganda look without turning our face into hugis bigas. So I'm going to use the Aura Contour in the shade Confirmed. Now all of the Aura Contours from Vice Cosmetics, they each retail at 145 pesos. Pero at the same time, I feel like this is a bit too dark for me. So I'm going to mix it with an Aura blush in the shade Title. And I will be using that to contour my face. If ever you're wondering why I decided not to pursue my career in stand-up comedy, it's because it kind of happened in a wrong time of my life. You know, I was a fourth-year graduating student from UST, and then afterwards, I'm going to take the licensure exams for pharmacy. There's just a lot going on in my life that I feel like I never really had the chance to pursue a career in stand-up comedy back then. Make sure you put some of the contour on your jawline para talagang hugis-bigas tayo like Meme Vice Ganda. Now for blush, we are going to use the Vice Cosmetics Aura Blush in the shade Winner. And this also retails for 145 pesos. And then we're just going to put it on the apples of our cheek. Diba, oh, as a sweet girl na a-attend ng holiday or year-end party, ganon. It's not a holiday festive makeup look with full face of Vice Cosmetics without our highlighters. So I bought not one but two Vice Cosmetics Aura Glow, and they each retail for 145 pesos. And this one is in the shade Splendid and this one is in Shimmering. And I think for our makeup look today, I will be using the Aura Glow in Splendid. And using your highlighter brush, dip into the pan and then just put it on the high portions of your cheeks. Oh, diba? Ang sabi? Grabe yung highlighter ni Meme Vice. Love it. Mapapa-shining, shimmering, splendid ka talaga, o diba? And then let's also put some highlighter at the tip of our nose. And then actually, nakalimutan ko mag-contour. So, let's use that Vice Cosmetics Aura Contour to contour the bridge of our nose. Very light lang. And last but not the least, we are going to apply our lipstick, and I will be using the Vice Cosmetics Phenomenal Velvet Liquid Lip Kit. Now, this comes with the Velvet Liquid Lipstick from Vice Cosmetics with a retractable lip liner. And I love the packaging in the box. This reminds me a lot of the Kylie Cosmetics Lip Kit. Now, this retails for 195 pesos. Aba, napakamura na lang. And I bought the shades Kumelavu and also Iteklavu. So when you open the box, you can see the actual Phenomenal Velvet Liquid Lipstick and also the retractable lip liner. And I'm still undecided on what shade I will be using for our holiday festive makeup look with full face of Vice Cosmetics, but I think I'm going to use the shade Iteklavu. And so far, I really like the retractable lip liner from Vice Cosmetics because Hindi mo na kailangang magtasa. You know, you don't need a sharpener compared to other lip liners that I have. Always a fun idea to have a retractable lip liner, and this one is a very have product for me. And then now we are going to apply our Vice Cosmetics Phenomenal Velvet Liquid Lipstick. Now this is also for 195 pesos in the shade Itek Lavu. It's very holiday, festive, and very Vice ganda. I super love the shade of pink in this Itek Lavu Velvet Liquid Lipstick. And the application is really good. It doesn't feel like it's drying, just like the other Velvet Liquid Lipstick. And I really like it. This is also very phenomenal and have for me. And also, before we wrap up, meron pa pala akong isang Vice Cosmetics product na hindi na-try. This is the Vice Cosmetics Duo Finish Foundation in Kineza, o bang Kinis. And this retails for 245 pesos. Now, it claims to have oil control, buildable, and blurring properties. And it comes conveniently with a mirror and a sponge inside. Now, a lot of people, they use this as a base or their foundation for their makeup, which that you can do. I actually tried it before I filmed the video, and the coverage is really good. You can build it up and it really blurs out all of your blemishes and all of the discoloration on your skin. Meme Vice, totoo ba to? Guys, oh my gosh. And right off the bat, you can tell na it has a very blurring property. Oh my gosh, guys, can you see the difference? This half of my face is completely blurred out. Wow, I'm honestly really impressed with the Vice Cosmetics Duo Finish Foundation. Now, usually when it comes to foundation, I like using a liquid foundation as my base. Pero with this Duo Finish Foundation, I'm very impressed. It's my first time trying this. And so far, it really has oil control, blurring properties. Talagang it evened out this right half of my face and covered all my dark spots. And I'm just gonna keep building and blending it, because from what I've read, this is a light to medium coverage foundation, pero you can continue to build it up for a more full coverage foundation and base. Pero I prefer to use it as a powder for retouching, and just using my brush. And I can see myself using this throughout the day for the parts of my face which becomes oily. And talaga namang it really puts that airbrush finish and makes you feel all fresh again with your makeup. So that's how I will most likely use this Duo Finish Foundation. And then one last spritz of the Vice Cosmetics Keriboom Boom Mist Setting Spray to lock our makeup in place. And we are ready for our holiday festive inspired makeup look with a full face using Vice Cosmetics. And syempre, it's not a full face of Vice Cosmetics makeup review without us wearing Vice Ganda's signature bob wig. Thank you very much to my friends from Wigaloo PH and Hair on Point PH for providing my wig for today's video. Let's go ahead and jump right into the Dyosa do's and don'ts. Alright, it's the season of giving, and I feel like giving a lot of Dyosa do's for today's video. First Dyosa do is the Vice Cosmetics Flawlezza Concealer. So definitely do buy this product if you're into high coverage concealer na talagang will hide all the discoloration and blemishes, especially in your under eye area. Then this is the concealer for you. Super love the thickness and consistency of the product. Love the formula, and the best thing about Vice Cosmetics concealers and foundations is that you have plenty of shades to choose from. Perfect for all skin type and skin colors. So definitely a Dyosa do. Alright, definitely a Dyosa do are the Vice Cosmetics Phenomenal Velvet Liquid Lipstick and also the retractable Ultra Soft Glide Lip Liner. Super love the formula of the Phenomenal Velvet Liquid Lipstick. It glides very smoothly on your lips. It doesn't feel drying at all. There are so many pretty shades to choose from, and definitely do buy this if you have the chance. I can definitely see myself using this and wearing a lot of the colors in the future, and including this in my Kike kit. And as for the Vice Cosmetics Ultra Soft Glide Lip Liner, love the fact that it's retractable, so no hassle of having to sharpen it or bring a sharpener in your Kiki kit. You can just simply twist it and use it. And again, very, very pigmented. Love the formulation, and this is definitely a just a do. Alright, next just a do for me is the Vice Cosmetics Gandoll Volumizing Brow Gel. I always love whenever a brand comes up with a eyebrow mascara because personally, I love it when my eyebrow hairs stay in place. And the best thing about Vice Cosmetics, again, they have so many shade ranges to choose from, and the applicator is small enough, you know, to fit into the outline of your eyebrow. So this is definitely a do for me. And then up next, we have definitely a just a do are the Vice Cosmetics Aura Contour, Aura Blush, and Aura Glow. Super love the formulation and pigment on these products. I only wish that they come in a single face palette so that way you don't have to isa-isahin sila when you look for them in your Kiki kit. But other than that, love the pigment, love the color, love the shades. So definitely do get this when you have a chance and when you see Vice Cosmetics in the mall. And this one is from their latest release. This is definitely a just a do, the Vice Cosmetics Keriboom Boom Mist Facial Spray. I like it because you can use it as a primer and also setting spray. Love the fragrance. It doesn't smell overpowering at all. And it feels non-sticky, and it really feels like it sets your makeup and preps your face. So definitely do get this when you have the chance. Then we also have this collaboration between Vice Cosmetics and Mama Ann Clutz. Super love these gel liner in Intense Black. Obviously, with what you can see, it further defined my eye makeup. So I super love the pigment. I love that it has a really round gel tip. That way, it's perfect for lining your eyelids and also doing a tight line in your eyes. So I do recommend getting this product. And then we have another just a do. It's a collaboration once again between Vice Cosmetics and Mama Ann Clutz. It's their Super Mega Ultra Curl Mascara. I think I have a new favorite when it comes to mascara. At first, I was a bit skeptical because of the container, but really the formula and the pigment, it really coated all my eyelashes and it has a really nice black pigment on it, just the way I like my mascara. So definitely do buy this. And then this one is definitely a just a do for me, the Vice Cosmetics Duo Finish Foundation. And I super love it. It's really oil controlling and it really blurs and covers all your blemishes in your face. Although I do see myself using it more as a retouching powder throughout the day. Love the fact that it comes with a compact mirror and also a sponge. I don't recommend using this as a base if you're using a liquid concealer, otherwise magkikake yung makeup ninyo. But overall, the coverage and the pigment, definitely a just a do for me. And of course, what's not to love about the Vice Cosmetics packaging and mga products and mga paandar ni Meme Vice. Super love this Vice Cosmetics handy mirror. At first, I thought it was bigger, pero I super love the fact that it's compact. I can bring it whenever I go and whenever I travel. Super love the design. It's very Meme Vice ganda in Vice Cosmetics. So definitely do recommend getting all of the pakulo of Vice Cosmetics like this handy mirror. And then as for my just a don't, well, first up, we have the Vice Cosmetics Gandoll Micro Brow. I mean, I love the fact that it comes with a spoolie, pero I feel like it's just that my hands are very heavy-handed when I do my eyebrows. Eyebrow products like this that are too fine and too precise are definitely not for me. So unfortunately, I don't recommend getting this if you want a putok pasabog eyebrow like me. But if you're going for a more natural eyebrow look, then this is definitely a just a do for you. And then next just a don't is the Vice Cosmetics Blending Sponge. I mean, I have mixed feelings about this sponge. When it comes to blending cream products, it's definitely a just a do, but I do feel like the little dome tip of the sponge, it's a little big for my face. Wow, ang lit ng mukha. Pero like, it's really hard to get into the inner corner of my under eye area. Pero if you're into a microfibers blending sponge, then this is definitely a just a do, but unfortunately, it just won't work for me. I have better sponges to use and work with. So unfortunately, this is a Dyosa Don't. And then last but not the least, on my Dyosa Don't, we have the Vice Cosmetics Keriboom Keri Eyeshadow Palette. This falls in between a Dyosa Do and a Dyosa Don't. Dyosa Do because I really love the brown matte shade and also the gold shimmer shade on my eyelids. Pero Dyosa Don't siya because medyo nahirapan ako with blending and building the violet matte shade and also this purple shimmer shade. It's not as pigmented as I wanted it to be compared to what's on the pan. But definitely this will not be my go-to palette whenever I'm looking for a colorful, bold eyeshadow look. Pero if you're looking for an affordable, colorful eyeshadow palette to start with, then this is definitely a Dyosa Do for you. Overall, it's an okay product and palette for me. And that's a wrap for our full face of Vice Cosmetics, and talaga namang truly unkabuggable ang ating makeup review / first impressions. And I can definitely say that I will be using a lot of the Vice Cosmetics makeup product in my daily makeup routine. I mean, what can I say? Vice Cosmetics is truly ganda for all. Please make sure you click on subscribe to my Dose of Dyosa YouTube channel, like and share my videos for more doses of Dyosa in the future. And once again, ako po ulit si Dyosa na nagsasabi sa inyong lahat that we are all mermaids in this ocean called life. Sumainyo ang kagandahan this holiday season and just keep on swimming. Till next time!